Ladies and gentlemen, should you take the early retirement? Should you take the early out, a VERA, if it's offered to you? Are you eligible? And is it something that is actually worth it for you? That's what we're going to dive into today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So good to have you. My name is Dallin. I'm a financial planner who serves federal employees just like you, and I love it. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about a VERA. VERA. Voluntary Early Retirement Authority is what it stands for, and it's basically a way the government uses to try to reduce its workforce. It's allowing federal employees to retire earlier than they otherwise could to incentivize people out the door. That's what this is. Now, how can you be eligible? Let's talk about it. You have to have at least 20 years of service at age 50 or older, or 25 years of service at any age. So if you have 25 years, you're 45, boom, you're eligible. If you're 52, you've got 20 years, boom, you're eligible. And let me actually change notes just a tad. If you're already eligible for a full retirement, which let me define what that is, which is your minimum retirement age with 30 years, or age 60 with 20 years, or 62 with 5 years, and minimum retirement age is right around age 57 for most people. So if you've already hit one of these, a VERA actually doesn't do anything for you, okay? A VERA, all that VERA does really is allows you to retire earlier with a full retirement, but if you're already eligible for a full retirement, getting a VERA doesn't do anything. You're already eligible without it, right? So if you're already eligible for this, you're good. You could retire now, or if you take a VERA, great. It just doesn't do anything for you. But of course, this allows those before they're eligible for this to retire sooner. So the huge advantage of this, obviously, is if you're financially prepared for retirement already, you can go early and keep your health insurance, get a pension right away. There's tons of perks. Tons of perks. But what's the downside? Well, there's a number of them. Let me give you an example. Let's say there is someone who's 50 years old right now. They've got, let's say, I'm going to make some numbers up. Let's say 25 years of service, okay? So you're 50 years old, you have 25 years of service. So are you fully eligible right now? The answer is no, you're not. But are you eligible for a VERA if one gets offered? Yes, you 100% are. So, because you got 20 plus years and you're over 50, if this person took a VERA, would they be better off or worse off than someone that worked for a full retirement? For example, this person, they would have to work till 57 to be eligible, their minimum retirement age, at which point they'd have about 32 years of service, okay? So either they take a VERA now, or maybe they have to work another 7 years. Well, which one's better? Well, it depends what you look at. The advantage of this is you can go now, get a pension right away, which is fantastic. But there's a few downsides. Number one, your pension is a good chunk smaller. Not because a VERA comes with reductions to your pension, but because you just have fewer years of service. The more years of service you have, the bigger your pension. So if you were to work till 57, your pension would be bigger. And what about your TSP? Had you worked another 7 years, that's 7 years to save into the TSP and let it grow. Your TSP will be smaller. And the FERS supplement, okay? I'm not going to dive into all the details of the FERS supplement. You can check out my whole videos on that. But basically, it's an additional payment on top of your pension between retirement and age 62 when Social Security can start. So if this person retired at 57, they would get the FERS supplement from 57 to 62. If they retire under a VERA at 50, from 50 to 57, they don't get the FERS supplement. They only get the pension. And then they'll get the FERS supplement from 57 to 62. So they'll have some years where they don't get the FERS supplement. So all of these things add up where if you're not financially prepared to go early and you try to go early and you never want to work again, it may or may not work well for you. So there's pros and cons. But if your TSP, let's say, is big enough, your pension is big enough for you to maintain your lifestyle in retirement and you're happy, a VERA could be a huge blessing for you to leave early and keep all the core benefits that you want. It just depends what you value and if you're financially prepared to take it when it comes around. Because VERAs are not something you pick and choose. Sometimes if you get offered one, you don't know when the next one will be offered. If you deny it, will it come again? It's hard to know. Those are some of the questions to consider when thinking about a VERA is, are you eligible? And if so, are you actually financially ready? Or maybe you want to go do something in the private sector. Those are the things to consider when thinking about a VERA. So I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.